was fucking scary, bro.
No, for sure.
It was fucking scary.
I can see it, bro. It definitely is.
When you put things on a credit card and you're not making money and like, yeah, man. I think it's like my credit
it ignited a fucking light inside you to be like, yo, I have to fucking wake up and do this shit because right now I rely on nobody besides my fucking self. And how am I gonna let myself down?
But that stress can kill, like, almost can like make you depressed, I would say. Luckily,
did you feel depressed out of it?
No, I mean, the thing is, like, not everybody's like me. I would say, like, that's why a lot of people can't be entrepreneurs, because I would say you have to get comfortable with having anxiety. You have to get comfortable with, like, maybe not knowing what's going to happen, but you know you're going to take action.
3, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on another episode of Jesus, your host, George Mora. And today, boys and girls, I bring to you some straight up hustlers. A hustler from Queens, New York. We got Andres Ingo. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. So super happy to be here. Super excited.
Yeah, yo. Thank you for fucking pulling up, for reaching out, bro. This is honestly going to be a great podcast. All right. I know we've known each other, or we've known of each other since... middle school, right? Middle school.
Yeah.
All right, went to the same middle school together, and we weren't in the same grade, but you were in a one grade below me, right?
Right.
And I was in the same grade as your brother, right? Juan, which is shout out to Juan, fucking cool ass guy, really dope ass guy. We had a few conversations, and then you guys look so similar too, which is fucking
We used to tell
crazy.
people we're twins. Like,
right?
Outside of school, because it worked, you know.
It worked. It worked. It
Exactly,
fucking worked, right? So you was bagging mad girls with your fucking brother.
Yeah, well, my brother was like the one getting all the girls, and then he would like loop me in sometimes.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
He was always around girls.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
No, he was always around girls in middle school too.
All the time, man. He
Dude.
still has a lot of like friends who are girls, so it's pretty cool to be brothers with him.
He was like a playboy. All right. But that's not why I brought you on. I what's crazy is that I reached out to you, right? I reached out to you, or I think you reached out to me.
I reached out to you.
You reached out to me, right?
Yeah.
And then I was watching your stories. I was watching your Instagram, and you do photography for real estate
Yes.
investors.
Yeah.
Right?
Real estate investors, Airbnb, real estate agents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the part that really got me was when you were like, I made $6,000 a month doing this, right?
Yeah.
And clearly I've worked with photographers that have started their own kind of business on the side, and they just do photography for like weddings, caterings, like many different kinds of events, or like photo shoots, baptisms, whatever the fuck, graduation.
Yeah.
All this shit. But you specifically stuck to a niche like real estate, right?
Yeah.
And then you're building your own LLC.
I have an LLC, yeah.
You have an LLC and you made your own brand.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to me a lot more about that, because that's really what I want to get into on this episode. I really want to get into like how you started.
Yeah.
Maybe the trials and tribulations that you faced
A lot, yeah.
in this industry.
Yeah, for sure.
And now you're successful. And also, how old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25 years old, bro.
Yeah.
You're 25 years old. You have a kid. That's like what, 5?
She's gonna be 5. So I had her when
5-year-old?
she was 20. When I was 20,
cool.
yeah.
So there's no fucking excuse for anybody that's sitting on the fucking couch not doing shit, bro.
Exactly.
Dude has a family and he has his own fucking business. And when did you start this business?
Last year. I went full time last year.
Last year. And when did you really start?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. All right, cool. So you're not even in this game for 5-10 years, bro.
No, yeah.
And you're clearing straight fucking 6 racks like a fucking month now.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to me about
Yeah,
this.
perfect. So first of all, appreciate you having me. And second thing, so when I first got started, I actually like picked up a camera, I would say, when I was in college. I was like 20, 19, and I was just taking pictures of random stuff. And and then when I was in college, we went to parties. I brought my camera along, and it was just dope.
Were you like a really like geeky guy with like cameras?
I wasn't that geeky. Well, I was a little geeky. So I was actually a physics major.
Mhm.
So I was kind of a nerd, but I didn't dress like a nerd or like wasn't friends with nerds.
By geeky, I mean like if you care about like, fuck Canons, I'm all Sony.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's your real. You're a diehard. Like,
I'm a diehard Canon fan. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know Sony's dope too, but I'm like everything I own is Canon.
all right, so definitely geeky.
Yeah.
Right now you're surrounded by Sony.
I know, yeah, but it's fine. So yeah, I started off that. I was like 19. I didn't really get into it like with money that at all. That was just more like a hobby.
And how much money did you spend on your first camera?
So I actually took my mom's camera. It was like a
Oh.
T3i Canon. It was like a $500 camera. It wasn't that great,
Some
but at the time it
basic
was
shit.
good. Yeah, it was alright. I was just taking pictures of random shit. So and then after that, I got my first paid gig doing like a dance video for like a group in college.
Mm-hmm.
And then I built a lot of confidence through that, but it was trash. Like I'll be honest, I feel bad charging them. I charged them like $600 for my first video, and it was like a 2-minute video. So it wasn't that long, but I was able to negotiate that and shoot. And they didn't have money; they're college kids.
All right, where did you get your negotiating skills from? Do you read business books?
I do read business books, but at that time, so I follow Grant Cardone pretty heavily.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I was always about. I'm still like I had a tech job in sales. I had a sales job in tech, and so I love sales. So at that time, I was just telling them what this is gonna do for them, like. You know, not really so much on the video, and this is another topic I want to get to in photography, but like you don't sell the photos, you sell what it's going to do for them, right? That's how you're able to bring up your prices a lot. So that's what basically I still do right now. So basically I told them that and they were cool with it. They were like, I love your work. And my work wasn't even that good. And that's another thing. Like you don't have to be the greatest photographer to make money. Like
I think one of the greatest skills that everybody can take from this that you just pointed out was the fact that even with no skill, you weren't focused on, hey, getting the money first. You were focused on, hey, what skills do I possess that I can give you? And the only way you understand what somebody else needs is by putting yourself in their shoes, right? So you were like, what do they need? They're a dance team, they're a dance crew. I'm sure they want this thing kind of filmed, or maybe they're looking at these other people that they're inspired by, and they want to put in the money together. So you're like, this is what I can give you. I can make this a reality for you, right?
And the other thing is too, they only do that a dance like once a year, so it was like a one-time thing. So they were looking to make sure it got shot well. And in college, there wasn't a lot of photographers or videographers that were doing that type of stuff.
But the mindset was so important because you were like, yo, what can I give them first?
Exactly.
Which is great because that's what helps you in any sales environment.
Exactly. So then fast forward a little bit, I got my first paid photography job as like a paid photographer to be a baby photographer. I did that for like a couple of months. It was really trash. I got paid like $25 a shoot, and it was like I did 5 shoots a day. So it was like 100,
So you were running around.
Yeah, I was just driving to people's houses, taking pictures of their kids, and the company was making $700, $800 per shoot. So I felt like I was getting cheated out, right?
Oh yeah, bro, you're making like a percent.
And I didn't really like the whole baby thing. Like,
but it was good because you had no experience.
I had no experience.
Okay.
And it taught me a lot about. I still use the methods they use in my business as well. So then, after that, I did.
How long were you with them for?
For like 3 months.
Like 3 months? How was the interview process?
It was cool. We showed up at a Starbucks. They didn't require any like skills. They were just like, we'll teach you everything, and they did. And then basically now that they taught me that, I can go use that information.
Exactly. So that was more like an entry level position that's flexible for like, hey,
but it was tough though because like I had a kid, so like making that money is not good money, but I knew.
I mean, 150 a day.
Yeah, but I had to drive everywhere, so it was like gas and shit.
I mean, they tipped, right?
Sometimes
tip.
Because I would go to like the hood sometimes, and it would be ratchet. Like
what?
Yeah.
How would they market?
So basically, the photo shoot is free, and then the digital copy is like $200. So basically, they'll sell the photos for $200, but the photo shoot is free. Technically, me going out there is free. So that's how they will market. So that's why poor people will be like, "Oh, it's a free shoot," and then sometimes they don't even buy the photos because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
And it was like mainly.
It doesn't matter if they can't afford it. You get paid no matter what.
I get paid no matter what.
So even if they don't buy it, they're taking the L.
Yeah, they're taking the L, but they're taking $25 off. Like that's like
nothing. No, I get that. I get
exactly.
that. They're
so
getting like
they're still banking because they're selling $800 projects. But then I got out of that business, and then I went into and then I stopped doing photography for like 2 years, and then I got back into it. I was taking pictures of like people, events, but it was so inconsistent, and I hated that. That was like the one thing I hate about the creative field is that it's so project based, and if it's a one-time deal, like you're not gonna make a living off that.
Did you feel like maybe you were disorganized or not strategic?
I did. I had no strategy, and also too, like, how many times is somebody gonna want to get a photo shoot in a month from you? Probably not that many times.
Not that many times.
Exactly.
So your business really relies on new people coming in
exactly
and wanting different projects.
Exactly. So until I realized that, I was like, all right, I don't want to do like just personal photo shoots, because you really need to have a niche, because that's how you're able to hone in on that audience, create content around that audience, have a portfolio around that audience so that you can attract the right person, right? So fast forward a little bit more, I was like 23. I made a Yelp. I got an LLC. I was like, I want to do photography full time. Like, that's my dream. And I did an LLC. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew I needed to get started. So then I put my business on Yelp, and then somebody reached out to me, a real estate agent. She's the number one agent in Queens. So she had a lot of money and a lot of listings and a lot of like basically ideas to grow. So she was a perfect client for me. So she paid me like $200 to do a video for her. And then after that, I was like, yo, I really love real estate, because she was telling me like investing and sales, and like I just love the environment working with individuals that are like-minded, right? Like when you work with somebody personal, like there could be it's all different types of people, but real estate agents, they're all about like their grind, sales, like, and I really like that, and I really like real estate in general.
So right now, so when did you send that Yelp review?
I was 23 years old.
You're 23 years old, so I was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So literally 2 years ago, that's when it started. So like 2 years ago was when the whole COVID boom happened.
Yeah,
I think a lot of realtors, especially some that popped off on YouTube, right? Because everybody's like, we've reached this whole finance bubble like in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's true.
And everybody's getting into real estate. Everybody that's ambitious about money is getting into these sectors, right?
Exactly.
So how these real estate agents that you're working with, I'm sure they're young, like 20s.
She's
30s?
like in her 40s.
Okay, she was in her 40s. Okay, so she's experienced, so that's great. But now they're starting to realize, oh, hey, we need to market ourselves better. We need to get these young content creators that want to help us edit and photograph and then promote our things towards our clients. So
to get new, yeah, exactly. So I didn't know that. Like, so at that time, I was still doing personal shoots and events and stuff.
Yeah.
But she kept calling me every single week to like do stuff, and I was like, wow.
Because like, she's busy.
She's busy,
and I need somebody.
And that content is useful, right? Like, if you not you, because you actually
it is useful, but it's valuable.
Exactly.
It's valuable to her job. It's valuable to her making money.
Exactly.
Right.
It's an investment.
It's an investment for her.
Exactly.
Right. And then for you, you're basically coming in and you're taking a piece of that by providing her with the value that she needs, because she don't got time for that.
Exactly. She don't have time to shoot or edit or anything like that. So, so the first video was kind of trash too, but she's liked it still. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be the best, because some people like...
Maybe she liked your energy.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because I was cheap at that time. I'm not that cheap anymore, but it just worked. Like, it just worked. She really liked me. She liked like the way I talked and the way I interacted with her clients, which is a huge part of the photography business. And yeah, and then after that, I was like, you know what? I need to find more people like her, because she was giving me about like 1 to 2K per month, just one client. And then other clients were giving me like weddings and stuff. Like, that was paying like $500, $800. Maybe I wasn't pricing that right, but I didn't really like doing events anyways. Like, it's super stressful.
It's so long and time consuming.
Yeah, exactly. So then I was like, all right, the Snap Market, which is my business, is going to be strictly real estate. So I started reaching out to real estate agents, cold calling.
Okay, cold call. How'd you find their numbers?
So my strategy, which is still my strategy, I go on Zillow, I make a loop around like Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. That's like my main market. And I look at new listings, and whatever has trash photos, I find their information online and call them like, hey, listen, like I don't want to give out my host.
Oh my God. Okay. No. That was good. You don't gotta give up. Where'd you learn this strategy?
It just made sense. I don't know.
It just made sense?
Yeah. I was just like, where am I going to find real estate agents?
That is so smart. Because I'm thinking maybe you watched some Grant Cardone or something, or he said something.
No, yeah.
And I'm sure he must have said something that essentially when you were looking through the Zillow new listings, you were like, oh shit, this clicks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is trash. But I know this is trash.
Yeah,
I know I could put value in it.
Exactly. And you get that through repetition, right? So I wasn't that good at real estate photography. I didn't know it was very different than like regular photography, like taking pictures of people. It was very, very different. I needed different equipment. I needed everything different. So like, in the beginning, I was charging a lot. I think over market, and that's another thing I didn't know. Like, you have to look at where you are in the market, right? Especially like if you're a wedding photographer, you need to know what the market looks like, so you know where you value yourself.
You were overcharging.
I was overcharging, but people were still buying.
Yeah.
So I knew that there was a demand.
So there was a high demand and a low supply of people that are actually doing it.
And the thing is too, my brand looked really good. Like, my website looks fire. I had a great social media presence. Like, it still looks good. I think that's what makes me different than a lot of
that's what I like about your content, right? Even though like there's not a lot on it that I've seen. it's very clean.
Yeah.
Very clean and organized, and it's structured and detailed.
Right.
And
a
it's
lot of real estate photographers don't use social media like at all.
Mhm.
I know my competitors, and they're not using it at all. So that makes me different. That makes me very different.
That is so fucking great.
Yeah.
bro.
So it's really great to kind of like be that dude. And I love social media too, so that kind of makes it easier.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I was making about, so I kind of like, she kind of stopped making videos, so I had to get new clients. So I was making about like 1 to 2K, and I already quit my job at this time. So I was making 1 to 2K every month, and it was tough. I had like 5 Gs or like a couple Gs saved up, and I have rent because I live on my own, and I have a kid.
Yeah,
and
bro,
fucking living in New York is expensive.
You got to make more than that, exactly.
Hell yeah.
And quick question, you were doing all this with just one camera that your mom had, or did you buy a new camera?
I bought a new camera. I got a credit card. I bought a new camera.
Okay, and you put it on the credit card.
Yeah.
All right. How much was this camera?
It was like 2,000.
2,000.
And then the lens was like 1,000.
Okay, so like 3K on this camera.
3K
And that's
on the
the
camera.
only piece of equipment that you needed.
And a tripod,
and the tripod.
which was like 150.
Okay, so like a little 3,000, less than 3,500.
Right,
let's say
right.
that with insurance. or
Yeah,
whatever.
but then I had to buy a gimbal for the videos.
Okay, so 4K.
So about 4K.
Okay, cool. So
So-
starting 4K in
Right.
order to really get into this business, right?
Right.
'Cause you have, I'm gonna guess that you have a Canon R5.
No, I have a Canon EOS R.
EOS R, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of like the R series, right?
Yeah, it's R
All right.
series. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, all right, good. Either way, it's a good camera.
But
It does what it needs
for
to
the
do.
first 6 months of the business, I was using the T3i.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you were like,
I was like,
I can get better shit.
Yeah, especially because I was charging so much, and people were. I wanted to kind of like show that the money's there. You know, like if I'm charging $200 a photo shoot, like you should, because right now the market.
And you realistically at that moment didn't have the time. Like, you didn't have the money.
I didn't have the money.
You didn't, but so you were just willing to risk because you knew you
that's the
had
thing
something.
with Grant Cardone. Like I think one of the biggest things is like you have to go all in. You have to go all in, or if you don't, you're gonna sink. You know, like that's what when I was doing my tech job, I was doing tech sales, and then I was doing photography on the side. Like I just hated my job so much because I loved doing this.
What were you doing before that?
Before what?
What was the job that you hated so much?
Tech sales. So I was working with this company.
So you liked it and then hated it.
I liked it in the beginning, but then I loved this so much that it made me almost hate this because it was taking so much time away from this.
From this, yeah.
And that made me resent my job. And I was like, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this because one, I wasn't performing as good anymore because I was doing the bare minimum and I was trying to put all the energy here. And then, yeah, so then I ended up just quitting. And luckily they gave me like 2,000 stocks. And that kind of, I put all that money to the business. And then that's where I got the money to pay off the credit cards and stuff like that. And, you know, quit my job.
Smart as fuck.
And
bro.
then, and then after that, I realized I was doing okay. Like I was doing 2-3K. And that was kind of keeping me like alive.
Also, did you write off?
I read off everything.
Okay, great.
I read off
So you made your money back. You made some of your money back.
That's why I started the LLC because I needed to write everything off.
This man knows what he's doing, bro.
Yeah, so I read all that stuff off. I did social media ads. Like I wrote that off too. Like even this, like when you're doing marketing, like you could even write your clothes off. Like
Yeah, I know. Your haircuts, all this
everything.
shit.
Yeah, because you're using it for marketing purposes. So that's
Exactly.
why I don't mind spending money now. So after that, I would
you spend the money like a white man, bro. You
Yeah,
write shit off, bro.
exactly. Yeah, you got to, man, because or else they're gonna tax you on that shit.
Exactly.
So might as well just put it on yourself.
Exactly.
So I think like 4 months ago, I was still making like 3 to 4K. But 4 months ago, I bought this course, and it was telling me that they were saying offer free shoots.
How much was the course?
800.
Look at that, bro. Look at that. And that was right off, right?
It was a write off, yeah.
Because it's educational and
Yeah.
it works
I
towards.
think I did it in
what you're
December.
doing.
So that's why I needed to write something off. So I knew the end of the year was coming.
Oh my
So
god.
I was like, you know what, fuck it, like just buy. I've been wanting to buy a course, but
Yeah.
it was expensive. Like it's an expensive.
You're like, yo, let me invest. The end of the year is coming. I have to write things off. Let me
Yeah.
invest in my education,
Yeah.
and then you put time
That-
aside
that-
to watch it.
Made my money go like 3 times more, just by buying that course and watching like 7 videos only.
Oh my god.
Because I used the stuff that they use me instantly. They said offer free shoots and watch your business grow. So I started offering free shoots, cold calling every single day, like 100 people, and just like going hard on cold calling. And
So
after-
I want to really know how you organize yourself with the cold calling type shit.
yeah, so I used to be more organized. Right now I'm less organized because I just want to do volume.
I want to know your most efficient.
So my most efficient way, I would start the day off going to Zillow, see what's up right now in the last couple of days, see the trash photos, click on their names. If they don't have like their information there, Google it, try to find their phone number. I get their phone number, cold call them. I have a script. After cold calling them, if they say no right away, I'll be like, all right, that's fine. Can I send you over an email? Now they're in my email list. And then I put them in my CRM. And every week I come out with a newsletter like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. And it works. And then, just keep on calling, building that email list as much as possible. And just eventually somebody's going to say yes. Like I would say out of 10 people I call, I would say 2 people book photo shoots. So every day I'm booking like 3 to 4 photo shoots.
You're getting a 20% return on 100% of the effort that you're putting in.
Yeah. So it's great.
And it's great because that person could tell another realtor.
And it does work, yeah.
And it'll keep kind of like slowly coming in. Or they'll just need more work if they really fuck with your work a lot and they see that it's making them money. Exactly. That's so smart, bro. You're really on top of your shit.
Well, the thing is, my strength is cold calling. Like I love cold calling. Like not a lot of people like that.
Yeah, they don't. A lot of people, I think that especially a lot of guys, right? The reason they don't like it is because they don't like confrontation. They don't like to be uncomfortable. You don't because you've been doing it since you were at a young age.
Yeah.
But think about a guy who is right now 27 years old, probably worked retail. You know what I'm saying? Their entire lives, like Target or McDonald's or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Some minimum wage fucking job. And now they're listening to you and they're like, damn, I got a cold call? That's mad work. Like, I don't want to be able to talk to people I don't know.
I guess you know what helps though? Like, because it's on me. Like, I'm selling myself. I'm selling my business. I'm selling my services. So, like, and I truly believe in my service. And I know I can help them. And it doesn't even feel like selling. It just feels like, this is what you have to do. This is what you should do. This is the results I've done to my clients. Like, if you don't do it, you're just not my client. And now it's easy for me to say like, I can already tell who's not an ideal client. I don't try sometimes. If they're like not speaking English, they're over like 50, 60 years old, they're most likely not going to be my ideal client. But
that's great because you know your exact target market.
Exactly. But that took a little time because at first I was like, I'll get anything. I want anything because I was so broke. I was just like, I just need to get any kind of.
So that was another thing. It was like, you were struggling, right? And essentially you needed to make ends meet. You needed to put food on the table.
I spent more money.
You spend more money. You took more risk. But you're like, but you said, I have a strategy. I believe in myself. First and foremost, I believe in myself. I have skills. I'm putting a strategy together. This is why I'm willing to take that risk. Yeah. I have a strong fundamental as to why this is going to work.
But it was fucking scary, bro.
No, for sure it's fucking scary. I can see it, bro. It definitely is.
When you put things on a credit card and you're not making money and like, yeah, man. I think it's like my credit
it ignited a fucking light inside you to be like, yo, I have to fucking wake up and do this shit because right now I rely on nobody besides my fucking self. And how am I gonna let myself down?
But that stress can kill, like, almost can like make you depressed, I would say. Luckily,
did you feel depressed out of it?
No, I mean the thing is like not everybody's like me. I would say like that's why a lot of people can't be entrepreneurs because I would say you have to get comfortable with having anxiety. You have to get comfortable with like maybe not knowing what's gonna happen, but you know you're gonna take action. Some people, when they get so much anxiety, their back is against the wall, they fold. And I was not like that.
You have to get uncomfortable with being. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Bro.
Exactly. Yeah. And not a lot of people are like that.
They're not. And I'm a poker player, bro.
Yeah.
So what you just said relates to me so much. You cannot just let people fucking like betting in front of you, like betting more and more and more, where they're making you feel uncomfortable and you feel like your back's up against the wall, right?
Yeah.
You need to know what you have and you need to analyze what that person has. And you need to understand, hey, is this worth the risk?
Yeah.
Feelings, I gotta take that shit out.
Yeah.
Because I gotta put money on the fucking table right now.
Yeah.
Right. So
I would say a network of people that have done it already is great feeling of like security, I would say. Like, because I knew other photographers that were making like 20K a month, 100, like 50K
okay. So you also surrounded yourself.
Yeah. By joining the course, I was part of the community and there were people making like 80K a month. Like, obviously it's not just them, they have a company.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to grow.
But everybody there was starting their own company.
Yeah, exactly.
And they were all sharing
like strategies, strategies basically.
So you spent time in the community, in the servers, learning these courses. You spent time in the field, actually selling, implementing these strategies and essentially making money out of that shit, bro.
Yeah. Though I would say though, like for people who want to start their own business, like it's going to require 12, 14 hours of your day. Like and it's not like the same thing of working like a retail job. Like you're at some place, you know, physically doing work. It could be reading a new book. It could be like networking with somebody. Like that's all work. And then commuting to places, like making sure you're at certain places at a certain time. And I don't know. For me, it took a lot of time where like it almost affected my personal life.
Yeah, because I was say you have no social life.
No, you don't. And that shit gets lonely as fuck. I still get lonely as fuck. But at the same time, I know I'm following my dream that eventually it's all gonna work out. Because you know, photo editing, shooting, you're all doing that by yourself. You know, and
right. But right now, I can see that you've gotten to the point where I've been able to grow this by myself, and you're almost maybe reaching. I feel like you're getting on that successful level where you're seeing a peak. I don't have enough time to be able to make more money. And now you're like, how can I branch out? Maybe you're thinking to yourself, how can I actually just start hiring people?
Yeah. I'm actually looking to hire people soon, but yeah.
Fucking do it, bro.
It's either an admin or another photographer, so I can do the admin work and start cold calling. Cause
that's your biggest strength.
That's my strength.
And then what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna end up teaching other people how to cold call. Yeah. Right. And then they're gonna be doing that for you.
Exactly. And then that's eventually the goal. I want to have a team. But for now, I think until I reach like 20K by myself, I'm gonna like.
Which is doable.
It's doable.
You've seen other people do it.
One, because I know I'm not at my full potential yet. Like I know I'm not like grinding. I still wake up a little late sometimes, like 6, 7. Like I feel like you should be waking up earlier than that sometimes. Just like a lot of stuff that goes into running the business, but
that's good. So right now your self-discipline is being tested.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And last month, since I made like 8,500, it was
Jesus Christ, 85. Bro, can you say it again, bro? How much you make? How much you make last month?
8,500 last month.
Fucking doing what?
Photography.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and the great thing about having my business though is like it brings new opportunities. Like I got to shoot a few influencers last month, because through this company hired me out. So agencies start reaching out to me, brokerages come out to me. I don't really have to do that much work anymore, but I can't get comfortable.
Because now what you've done is you've built the client base. Yeah. Right. So you've built this nice little base of just like clients and shit like that, and now they're all like reaching out because all the work that you've put in is starting to be shown.
Exactly.
And now you can see that it's exponential, almost like growing.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep the self-discipline in check, you're gonna see that it's gonna branch out a lot faster, and then you're gonna be able to do. You're gonna be able to run your company the way you want it by hiring other people because now you have the capital for it.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this business is like I don't only do photos. I do like floor plans. I do videos. I do 3D tours. Get a 360 camera. So there's like a lot of growth in the industry. So, but most of my money comes from photography. But there's other
do you have a 3D camera?
I do.
Okay, how much money have you put in all the equipment in total now?
Equipment, I don't remember, but probably like around 9,000.
9,000? Okay, cool.
Because I invest in like, I did like a video production. I had to buy more mics and stuff like that. Like it adds up. I don't really know, to be honest. It's probably shit. That's one of my weaknesses is like the books.
Okay.
I probably need to hire like a bookkeeper or maybe just learn how.
That's good, but you know you're positive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you'll adjust your finances as you're going. I think that is also very.
Yeah, I haven't taken a loss year yet, which I thought I should because people say you have up to 3 years to take losses. But I didn't do it.
That's good though, bro. I mean, you have a CPA?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. I can connect you with a few or whatever.
Yeah. Let me know. I'll definitely be open to that. But what I really want to focus on though is like, I'm at a good spot right now, but like the beginning, I feel like people get so scared at the beginning. I feel like so many people are at the beginning right now. Like now there's not a lot of people that already have their companies and like know what they have to do. A lot of people are like, I want to start a company. I want to start a photography or I want to be a photographer, but I don't know how to get started, right? And I would say this is the number one thing that changed my game 5 months ago is like, just fucking work. And if it has to be for free, just do it. Like just your clients are word of mouth. So you need to meet as many people as possible. So if you want to be, let's say, a fitness photographer, like start shooting people who are very into fitness, like for free. Build that content, build that page. And then they're going to be like, yo, this guy who took my video for this reel, it got like 15K views. Like and other people.
I think their main concern, I think, and this is a really good question, would be like, how did you make the time for it? Because you were working a tech sales job, right? You have a kid at home.
Right.
Where did you really put the time in to be able to work on these businesses on the side?
So I used to work from like 9 to 6. And then I would go basically so my daughter goes to bed at 9. So from 9 to 12, I would set up for the morning, schedule everything out, emails. So by 8 a.m., all those emails get sent out. I don't have to do all that work. So by the time throughout the day, I'll be checking my emails and basically offering free shoots. And then, yeah, just like, you just find a way to do it, you know? Like if you want to do it, you'll find a way.
And that's what I'm saying is that's why it's important for you to say this right now.
Yeah,
because
especially people who don't have kids. Like if I didn't have a kid, I mean, I will never say like I don't want a kid, but I love my daughter. But I'm saying people who don't have kids, they are wasting a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Yes.
Like probably fucking getting high, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When you know, and I'm not against people that get high. I'm like, but if you get high, you need to earn your high, bro. So in my field, I'm like, yo, if I've put in a lot of time from the morning, like my workout, my editing, my fucking how I'm gonna plan everything, my networking, because I also network through IG. That's how we fucking met each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I talk to people back and forth. And I get very interested into what somebody's doing, and I really want to learn more and more about it. And I think and that's where I build my content around. So then at the end of the night, when it's like 9 o'clock or whatever, I'm like, all right, bro, now I deserve this shit, you know. But then there's so many times, bro, like I've stopped watching Netflix, I've stopped watching TV shows. I can only really do that like when I'm driving or maybe when I'm with my girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I have to schedule my girl too to be like a part of my life, and then it's really hard.
You have to get really good at time
management.
Yeah. So every day I have a calendar. I know what I'm going to do the entire day.
Because a lot of guys, especially that have kids, their first excuse is like, yo, bro, you don't know what you're talking about because if you had a kid, you know how it feels.
That's bullshit.
And it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. You can actually make the time.
I would say having a kid gives you more reason to do it. Every time I saw my daughter, I'm like, no, I got to do this for you. I'm doing this for, eventually you're going to work at my company. You don't have to look for a job. If you want to work, you know, if you want to work at my company. And then I'm going to set you up right. You know what I'm saying?
But as a man, right? As like a masculine male type shit, right?
Yeah.
You really want to be able to provide for your family.
Exactly.
Because you know that, like, yo, my kid is looking up to me. I don't want them to.
And it only gets harder as they get older.
Exactly.
So doing it when they're babies, I feel like, and they're not going to remember much like that you weren't there that much at 1 or 2. And luckily, like.
So you have to sacrifice some of that time.
Exactly. Might as well sacrifice early on and then have all that, you know, reap what you sow, right? Like when she's going to be 10, I know we're going to be good. Like we're going to be really good. So
if you stay in the course that you're on right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's no if. Like it's just gonna like there's no if. You know,
there's no fucking if, bro.
No,
I'm doing it. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's how I see it. If this goes down, I'm going down with it. But I don't feel like it will ever happen. One, because I'm gonna always take action, and two, I believe in God, and I feel like this is what I was meant to do.
So you got a purpose, bro. You got this is a lot of guys lack purpose. A lot of guys lack motivation. A lot of guys lack time management. Your purpose, right, is that you believe in yourself. Your inspiration is, hey, I need to provide for my family.
Yeah.
And then you've built the skill set, you've built the structure, a strategy. You're taking action, and then you're seeing what's failing, and then you're improving it. And this consistency is like you're creating a fucking machine that's grinding and grinding, and then you're just putting the fucking oil, and it's like smoothing.
Exactly. When I was 18, I was still grinding, but I did it for different reasons. Like I wanted to get girls, and I wanted to give also to my family, right? Like I'm a big family person. So everything I did was like, I eventually want to give back to my family because they've done so much for me. And then when I had my own family, it's like, oh, I want to give back I want to make sure my daughter's set right, goes to the best schools, goes be able to do this. By the time she's like 10, 12, she's going to go to a great high school, whatever. And now, I mean, although I still want that, now it's a little bit more like me. Like I want to have a certain lifestyle. Because now that I'm making a little bit more money, I fucking love having my own schedule, having like dressing whatever the fuck I want to dress. You know, like I like that.
Talking
freedom.
to who I want to talk to.
Exactly. Like, and I'm like, fuck, this freedom, I never want to give this up. And in order to have this freedom, you have to grind. And like, I don't know, to me, that's just priceless. Like whenever I think about that freedom it's going to give to me, eventually my daughter, my family, then I want them to deserve that too, you know?
Bro, I honestly have such a high amount of respect for you. Literally, we've been talking for like, 35 minutes, bro. 35 minutes. I feel like you brought so much fucking value already into this podcast. Honestly, into my life too, because we're gonna work, bro. I see what you do. I'm obviously in the social media savvy side, like growing and shit like that. So there's definitely space for us to
collab more, for sure.
Exactly, to collaborate and do other things as well. So what other things do you see yourself doing?
Yeah, so since I'm already in real estate, I was thinking about doing real estate investing. So
because
right now,
you're already surrounded by real estate.
really, yeah, I'm exactly. I know what the market is because I talk to real estate agents throughout photo shoots. I'm getting to know their information. I'm getting as much knowledge from them.
And now you have like 2 years of tax returns.
Yeah, tax returns. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen like anytime soon. And also too, like one of my biggest things, I want to build a personal brand. Like that's my biggest goal. I would say personally, I want to build a personal brand, either teaching photography or maybe teaching entrepreneurship or kind of something around those lines.
Yeah, because real estate's a little too time consuming right now at the moment. But you see that in like 5 years or like 3 years.
You need a bigger investment. Like I don't have a lot of money, but I have a lot more time. Right? So like I'm able to, that's the thing. You either have time or you have money, right? So if you have no money, then you have to dedicate a lot of your time. But if not, once you start making money, then you can buy time. You can buy time. Exactly. So right now I can't buy a lot of time, so I'm just investing as much time into my business. But yeah, so I want to build my personal brand, get into real estate investing, and those are basically my biggest two goals.
Bro, those are great fucking goals, bro.
Yeah.
What's the goal that you set for yourself at the end of this year?
I want to make I want to work with over 500 agents. That's my goal. Right now we're at, I think like 150.
Oh wow.
And
have you seen it grow? What was the biggest growth this year?
Last month we worked with over 29 new customers. Every month we work with about 20 to 25 new customers. So the thing about the real estate game is that a lot of real estate agents don't like have a lot of listings in the beginning. So like they sell about on average 9 houses per year. So if I get one customer, they're gonna call me about 9 times. Maybe not, because sometimes those listings are shitty, so they'll call me, let's say, 5 times. So I need to get a bunch of those to make sure my business stays afloat. So I work with 150, right? I'm at 130 or 150. I don't really remember. So my goal by the end of the year is to get to 500, and then start hiring a photographer or an admin, and then reaching 30K monthly.
And what are some of the struggles that you've had with your clients? What are some of the most common struggles that you've had with your clients?
I mean, my clients.
Yeah.
My clients. I mean, I don't want to talk shit about my clients, but
no, not talk shit, but it's like something that you guys have both seen where you're like, it's hard for me to communicate this to them, or it's hard for them to understand this. You know
I would say, yeah, one of the biggest things I always have to educate them on is like, the photos aren't gonna be like, or whatever you're marketing, because the photography is like marketing for them. So the marketing isn't gonna like sell your house a lot faster, but it's gonna sell you. Like if your client has a great experience, you did photo, video, drone, all that stuff for their house, they're gonna be in awe about how much work you put into that. So like, don't be so scared to spend $300 on a house that's gonna sell for $900K. You're gonna make $30K, $40K commission, and you're worried about $300. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest things I always tell them. Like, yeah, this $300 is not just going to the listing, it's going to your business. Like, you can put this on your website. You can show other clients, you know, you have a great photographer that does all this work for you. So that's something that I kind of still like, I would say you still have to educate your clients.
It's almost like what I see is the relation. It's so when you have a client, right? Yeah. You're building this relationship, right? The way I'd see like 2 YouTubers, right? Like you have a YouTuber who's like the main personality, and you have the editor. And at first you're like paying the editor, and they obviously suck because they just started with you, right?
Right.
But as you build that relationship over time, over like 1 or 2 years, like you said, you're getting drone footage for like realtors, right? You're getting the inside shot. You're getting the 3D. You've got that 3D camera that does like that 3D print of the inside.
Yeah.
And all these things make them more marketable, so they get more people coming in to the listing.
And the reason I know that, and the reason I know that it works is because my top clients invest so much in marketing.
And how much do most real estate invest in realtors? How much do they actually want to pay?
They don't want to pay. They
want to pay the least amount. Right?
Like one of my cold calling things is like, before I was like, I would charge 150 per shoot. And they'll be like, my guy does it for 100. And then I'm like, yeah, I seen your guys work. It's not that, like, I want to show you what I can do. But the thing is, I can't, again, you don't sell the photos. You sell, like, again, like, the reason you want these great photos is because you're going to start looking better. But if they don't value that, then.
If they don't value that, then you're like, nah, like, obviously, you know, personally, you wouldn't want to work with these kinds of these people.
I don't want to be unvalued. Like, if you're coming to my company always trying to negotiate my prices, you don't see the value in it.
Yeah.
And that could be a problem with me, like how I market, or it could be a problem with you. And of course, I'm going to do my best to make sure my marketing is up to date and you could see the value. But if they don't see it, then I don't mind losing a customer.
And I don't think there's any problem. And this is a big thing for realtors that are working with photographers is I think they should negotiate, right? In any business, you should negotiate, right? You should be able to negotiate. The thing is that understand what you're negotiating and why you're asking for that price.
Exactly.
And if you're pushing so hard on that price and you don't have a good reason to push down on that price, like for me, if I was a realtor calling you and you know we're talking about $100, I'm like, okay, bet. I'm like, let's do this. All right. I'm already paying somebody $100. I'm used to paying somebody $100, right? So come show me your work. Exactly. And then if it works out, I will pay you what you value yourself.
Exactly.
And then that's a negotiating. That's a real negotiation.
Yeah, that's why I started doing the free shoots because I wanted to see. You
want to just show them.
Exactly. Don't talk. I'm not gonna talk about how great I am. I'm gonna show you. And a lot of them were like, "Oh, okay, great." And I always tell them like, "I want to earn your business. I don't want to just like ask for it. I want to earn it. So we're gonna go do this. I'm gonna do it for free for you." And I use a lot of software, so they see how tech savvy my business is. So like I have a delivery system, I have an automation system, I have an email system, I have a bunch of systems.
So you really also give them an experience.
That's what they're getting extra, you know? And so that's also, they see that and they're like, oh yeah, this guy only sends pictures, but like it's like not even edited, or it's like they just send me a link to download it. No, with me, it's like you get
for you, it's seamless.
Yeah.
It's easy for them to navigate it and easy for them to see things. They don't really have to ask questions.
Yeah.
You've already solved a lot of the problems that they might have in working with other photographers.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh yeah, you got to click this link. Yo, bro, can you do this, this, and that?
Exactly.
For you, it's a lot easier.
Exactly. Yeah. So my biggest thing with photographers is like, I know they want to sell their photos and they want to sell their service, but like the most important thing you got to understand is like, the experience is everything.
So let's just say I'm working with you, right?
Right.
How does this experience go about? Like, what do you have a website?
So if you call me and you're a new customer, like, hey, I saw you on Google. Like, I was looking to get photos done for my house. Then I would ask, okay, great. Yeah, we do real estate photography. We also do video, floor plans. Are you a real estate agent? Yes, I'm a real estate agent. Okay, great. So this is what we can do. It's going to be $150 for 15 photos. Or $225 for 25 photos. And then I would ask them, which one would you like? And if they say 15, I'm like, great, this is what you're going to get with 15 photos. You're going to get a property website. You're going to get photos delivered the next day via email. I'll also text you. And then if you want to do add-ons, we can do it on site. Like if I always bring my extra gear just in case. I'm like, hey, like this is a really nice house. I would suggest we do a 3D tour. I would suggest we do a drone, you know? And sometimes I'll add.
You have a drone and all this shit?
I have a drone. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you have? DJI?
DJI. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So I that's the thing. Like I have to see like what their.
How long do these shoots take you?
30 minutes.
Wow, bro.
Yeah,
How long did it take you at first?
An hour and like 30.
An hour and 30, and then you cut it down to 30 minutes.
After that course, man, that course taught me how to like move fast and edit. And I mean, I don't do my own editing anymore. I outsource that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you outsource it to?
As some guy I found on Facebook, through the community, they told me like this guy's really great. So I reached out to him. He's super good. He's fast as hell. And
how much you pay him?
So it depends on the service. Like if it's just photo editing, he does like 90 cents per photo.
Wow, where does he live?
It's not in the country.
No, of course. That's what outsourcing
Vietnam.
is, bro.
Yeah, Vietnam.
That's why it makes sense.
Yeah, I always try to like give him a little bit more because I feel like he does such a great job that I'm like, yeah, just add on like.
And that's how you build that respect between each other, because now you're like, I'm coming to you constantly.
Yeah.
I know I should be giving you more because the work that you're putting in, you're improving.
Yeah.
So you're like, yo, listen, and especially if they ask for it, you're not gonna be like, nah.
Right.
You're gonna be like, yo, I value your work.
Right. And when I'm on site too, like I'm always talking about like, hey, how did you get started in real estate? Like I want to get to know the client so we have a good relationship. You know, and I always tell them like, yeah, you know, I quit my job a year ago to do this full time, and I'm just fully dedicated to making sure all my agents are serviced at the best possible way. and they like that, and they see how young I am because all the real estate photographers around here, they're about like 40, 30, and I'm 25.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like my industry, there's a lot of older people.
Yeah.
So me being young, they like respect my hustle and stuff, and I think that's really helped me. So a lot of people think like, oh, I'm too young to do some certain industry. Like, no, that can actually be a benefit sometimes because they see how young and hungry you are.
Yeah.
I feel like you would never.
But only I don't think it really matters so much about being young. I think they respect that you're young,
exactly,
and the hustle that you have.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
But
it's
when
not,
you're
I don't
young,
think it's just you being young.
yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, exactly. But I definitely think it's like helped because there's other big companies and they're like, no, I want to work with you because I could see like I want to support small businesses, you know. So there's always like an advantage or disadvantage to stuff. It's all about perspective. I used to not like being young in a business because I feel like nobody took me serious. But then I realized, no, it's actually an advantage. So yeah, I mean, I always try to deliver a great experience.
Do you feel like sometimes they wouldn't hire you because you were young?
I don't think so. I've never felt that way.
Okay.
I've always, because the thing is, I'm pretty mature. Like I would say, when I go there, I don't dress like this. I dress very professional.
Do you dress like a suit and tie and all that?
Not a suit and tie, like polo and pants. Because like.
All right, you dress the part. You dress formal.
It's formal, yeah. Business casual, yeah.
Business casual.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that's also part of the experience, right? If I came in like a ugly shirt and like raggedy pants, like you're like. My clients
this guy's not gonna take this shit seriously.
Yeah, and also like I'm in front of their clients, and their clients are like, "Why you bring some like hobo to take pictures of my?" Yeah, if you look professional, you're like, "Oh, this is a guy. He respects what he does." It says a lot about you. That's why I also invest a lot in clothes now, because it says a lot about your business.
So now you're trying to get into media side. You're really trying to build up the branding, right? Do you spend a lot of money on ads?
No, I just started shooting ads again because I wanted to take home more.
So where are you posting the ads on Facebook, on TikTok?
And Instagram, yeah.
All right, have you fucked with TikTok yet?
I haven't done any TikTok ads.
God damn, bro. Fuck. I don't fuck with TikTok.
I love TikTok as like I guess I use it, but I don't like use it for my business. I probably should.
Not even that. You probably should. You have to, bro. You have to. You must. It's bro, you'll grow so fast with everything that you're telling me right now, right? If we just set up like a nice little like media content, like just structure where you just post something like maybe once a day, just a little gold nugget of information type shit, the way that you do your videos already, like clean cut.
Yeah.
And just post that shit, bro. And you throw some subtitles on there, bro. Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Bro,
I guess I'm a little like
dude.
I don't know, the TikTok audience. I don't know.
Bro, the TikTok audience, bro. What do you mean? Are you scared of like what do you mean?
I really like Instagram because I feel like it's easier to know who somebody is. But with TikTok, like sometimes they don't even have a profile picture. Like it's really hard to know who's watching. I feel like. Yes. But with Instagram, you can click on their page, you know they're a realtor, they have content.
The thing with TikTok is you're right. You don't know, right? And that's why you're gonna grow so fast. Because a lot of these people are probably trolling. They're probably like, you want to give them something to comment about, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that builds up your social reputation. And then when somebody else, like a real person who's interested in doing a business with you, right? A deal with you or negotiate with you or hire you, they're going to see that, oh shit, what he's doing is working. I really want to work with this guy.
It's true. That's true.
And then they're going to be more incentivized to be like, oh shit, he's consistent. Oh shit, look at these videos that he makes and shit like that. And then that's how you're going to grow your brand, bro. I'm telling you, like Gary Vee was talking about this on TikTok too. He was like, yo, like there's contractors that are getting $100,000 deals just by TikTok? Being on fucking TikTok, bro. Fuck. Just by promoting themselves through TikTok every single day, bro. And the thing is that I see the people live. You'll see somebody working at McDonald's just fucking flipping burgers, bro. You get 2,000 people live views, and then you'll see a bunch of comments going up, and then they're just sending gifts and shit like that, bro. Like just a guy at McDonald's flipping fucking burgers just by seeing how everything is made, or people in FedEx just throwing packages and shit like that. Or like there's so many different ways you can get creative with it.
I always see like some weird ASMR stuff, but they get paid too.
Yeah, ASMR and shit like that. It's like, but that's what I'm saying is like, when you post a video, right?
Yeah.
As long as you know the message in the video, right? What's the hook? What's the structure? What's the plot? How does it get solved? And what's the call to action, right? It's kind of almost like copywriting.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you understand those things and how to tell a story and just edit it very, very, you don't even have to edit. As long as you can just create the story. You can just film it like with your phone, right? As long as somebody gets value from it, or it's like controversial or whatever, it's gonna blow up, and then that's how you're gonna get a lot of followers.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to dive into that. Yeah.
No, not that you definitely want to. You're going to, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to.
I'm gonna make a business page today, guaranteed. I'm gonna make the Snap Market TikTok page today.
Exactly, and repurpose it for Reels too, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's gonna grow, bro. It's gonna grow.
I saw this other real estate media company in California,
and also TikTok ads, bro.
Yeah.
TikTok ads they're like almost better than fucking Facebook ads right now.
Yeah.
Bro. The whole dropshipping community's on that shit.
Yeah. Okay. I need to get on that. Yeah. I use TikTok a lot, like, but for personal reasons, and I post like stupid shit on my personal page. But like, definitely, if I want to make more clients,
make a business page, bro. Do it.
I gotta do it. Yeah.
What?
I know Gary Vee talks about it all the time.
Because you're already doing it for Instagram. Why not do it for where it's actually working? Because Instagram is so hard to grow on there, bro. It's so hard.
It is, yeah.
Like you'll get a reel and you'll pop off or whatever, but it's like people won't really follow like that. But on TikTok, bro, the algorithm, right? And the algorithm is really just people and people's attentions and how they engage. People are so engaged. They engage a lot easier through TikTok.
I think so too. Like, I think they're more open to watching the video on TikTok than they are on Instagram.
Exactly. Because on Instagram, it's like you said, it's more formal.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, if you want to exchange DMs, that's where you're going to do it. Yeah. And obviously, you can click the link through TikTok.
So funny talking about that. Because I actually like, it's kind of off topic, but I met some girls through TikTok. It's so funny. And
oh, really? Damn, bro. See, I'm out of that. My thing was Instagram. My thing was like, essentially cold calling or like mass DMing like a bunch of females.
Yeah.
And then basically like I start qualifying them like the way you'd qualify.
Yeah, pretty much.
It works, bro.
It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game in that sense, bro. It's a fucking numbers game, bro.
For
it's
sure.
crazy. And it works, bro.
Yeah, you just got to be on there. Don't be fucking afraid. That's my big
thing. It's funny. My other photographer friend, he's also getting girls on TikTok too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's easy, and especially because if they have a video and you comment on them or you message them about it, like sometimes they'll reply, sometimes they won't.
See, I'm in a relationship, so I'd never think about this, bro.
I just became single, so that's why I'm trying to like put myself out there more, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
And that's the thing is you're gonna build your brand, your reputation, type of shit. You're gonna have mass shorty. You're gonna be surrounded with all these fucking females just looking at your shit like, yo, what the fuck?
It's so funny because like I feel like being an entrepreneur, like having my own business, like definitely helps.
What? Yeah, definitely does.
Because they're like, oh wow, like he does this all by himself. Like,
I mean, bro, this interview alone, bro. If somebody really sat there and watches this whole video, bro, of like you like talking all the value that you provide, all the thought and knowledge that you put into what you're doing, you have wisdom, bro. And how old are you?
25.
You're 25 years old, bro, and you have a lot of fucking wisdom, bro. And there's so many other guys that just don't do shit, and it really frustrates the shit out of me. But it's like, it's okay, bro, because fucking, I mean, you started this 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you're probably like 23 and you're like, fuck, bro. Like you said, you're probably like a little miserable.
I was miserable. And especially because like having a kid and then having a girl, because my girlfriend wasn't working. So I was providing for both of them. Mm-hmm. So to quit my job or whatever, it was really tough. She actually left. Not, I wouldn't say because I was struggling financially, but I felt like it definitely fucks up like, your relationship.
I'll tell you for sure, bro, is in my first relationship, right? I was basically, bro, I was doing a job I did not like. I did not enjoy. I did not feel valued in it. That's the worst. And I feel like that kind of like negativity carried over to my relationship because like I wasn't as confident anymore. I was putting too much attention towards her instead of putting more attention on bettering myself.
Yeah.
And that kind of pushed her away from me. You get what I'm saying? Like that really made me, it brought me down to my lowest point because I was like, damn, bro, I thought we were in a great relationship. I thought I was doing what I had to do. But I was really had low confidence and I was getting really fucking comfortable, bro. And had she not broken up with me, bro, I would have never been in that fucking hole and been like, yo, I gotta dig myself out. How am I gonna do it? How am I gonna build myself?
That's so powerful. I feel like that's what I experienced after leaving this relationship.
And I can tell, bro. I can tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I can tell because I can see it.
I gained weight. I was getting comfortable. Like I had savings. I had a good job. I had a tech sales job. I was chilling. Like I was good. The moment I quit and if things got hard, like then, like I said, being an entrepreneur can be very stressful where it can fuck up your personal life. Mm-hmm. And with her, I guess she didn't like, I don't think any woman likes not knowing that they're going to be secured.
Exactly.
So I think it definitely fucked up our relationship there. We already had a lot of problems, but then once she left, or once we separated, and she's great. Like we're not bad anymore.
Yeah, no, you're not talking shit about your baby mama.
No, she's still my baby mama. I love and respect her regardless. But we were toxic to each other, right? So once I got out of that, I gained like 15 pounds. Like I was like 160.
You definitely hit the bottom pit that I'm talking about.
And I had low confidence, like you said. Like I was like, fuck, nobody's gonna want me. I have a kid. Like I'm not making a lot of money. Like I look like shit right now. Like I was like, fuck that. Because deep down, I feel like even that this is not who you are meant to be. This is not like your best self, and you can provide more.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was like, fuck that. Like I'm gonna get in shape. I started working out more. I started grinding more, like working longer hours. I started being more involved with my daughter. And now like I have so much energy. Like back then I was like very like slow, I would say.
If anything now, I think what you may be experiencing, right, is maybe FOMO, which is like so much anxiety because you have so much energy and you want to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
And that might be driving you crazy because you're like, fuck, like where do I get the time for this shit? Everything's going so fucking fast. And you're like, fuck. But like you might be experiencing anxiety and you're like, damn, like I'm not growing as fast as I want to grow.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like now you went from fucking, again, bottom pit, doing nothing, to now you're probably doing so much. Because this is what I experienced, where I'm like, all right, I need to be more patient. Everything that I'm doing it's working. I got to just be consistent, and I got to learn to be patient and enjoy my life, more importantly.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Enjoying
the process and enjoying like making time to make sure you actually, because like when you're putting all this work and you're not getting the instant gratification,
yes,
that can fucking like make you feel like, why am I doing this? But then eventually you start to build the grit that you know why you're doing it.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I was grinding a lot, and then now I work out and I do stuff for fun. Like, you know, I back then I wasn't doing any of that. I was in a toxic relationship, and now I'm doing me, you know.
Now you're fucking way better off than you were, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I like, you know, most importantly about this conversation, you know, like with the whole like ex and all that and the toxic thing, a lot of guys that are in toxic relationships are so quick to point the finger at the girl and be like, yo, it's your fault type shit. But you're very much like, no, I'm accountable for what I did.
Definitely.
Like I was in a pit. I was not being confident. I was slowly losing my purpose and letting shit slip away.
Yeah.
And then once that breakup happened, it's almost like a wake up call. Like, fuck, like I need to get out of this shit, but I need to do it for myself.
Yeah, that's the thing now. Like anything, like if I get into another relationship, like I'm never putting that person before me ever again. Like that's what I did before. Like I need to make time to work out. I need to make time to go like socialize. I need to like I think that's a big thing. A lot of people when they get into relationships, they get comfortable. Like,
and women respect you for that, bro. Women respect you for that. Women respect the men who go out and do shit and take care of their shit first.
Yeah.
And then their woman second. All right. That's why if women are always like, oh, why, or guys are always wondering to themselves, why does she care about this fuckboy so much? Because he's not putting her first, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's putting her fucking at the very bottom of the fucking list where she fucking belongs. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, first comes me, my priority, right? Myself. Hey, did I wake up? Am I healthy? Am I mentally good? Am I checked out? Right? Once I've focused on myself, then I can start giving things away.
Exactly.
Right? I can start exuding more energy and focusing on what other people need. Right. Exactly. So then it's like your family, like how you prioritize yourself is up to you. Right. You can put your business, your family, whatever it is. But yourself first in the morning, and then you go down the list of like, all right, these are the people I need to check up on because these are people I care about.
And that's the thing, though. Like sometimes, like she wasn't doing that great either. Like she was dealing with her own problems, and I would put so much energy trying to fix her or like trying to make her feel happy.
Exactly, but you can't control other people.
Exactly, and that's what I realized myself. Like I can't help you if you don't want to be helped, or I can't help you if like you can't help yourself.
Exactly.
So
and you realize that you need to take that same advice, and I need to help myself.
Exactly, yeah. So all that energy I gave to her is all going back inside me. And like, of course, there's like hard times, but definitely helps when you prioritize yourself and you set goals for yourself. You have a dream, and you know what you're doing every day. Like every day when I wake up now, I'm like excited. Like I just wake up knowing that I get to go meet new clients and maybe meet somebody new, like, you know, date some new girl or whatever.
Exactly,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
I mean, yo, bro,
just knowing.
networking, bro. Exactly. You cold calling, bro. I know what you're doing,
So
bro.
it's cool. It's great. And when you wake up knowing you're gonna like work out, like you have goals for your body, you know, it feels great.
For sure, after the workout, I definitely always feel like my mind is working at its peak.
Yeah.
Because in the morning, like you wake up like groggy and all that shit. But once I start running, once I get the blood flowing, in my head, I'm already thinking, yo, who am I gonna talk to next? What am I gonna say? What am I paying attention to? How am I gonna repurpose this content? I'm already thinking in my head while I'm working out, bro. And I'm going I go hard, bro.
Yeah. I seen you like you do boxing and everything, right?
Yeah, I do box, bro. I need to, bro. I have so much energy inside me. I need to get. I
feel like everybody's like that. They just don't release it. Like they just suppress it almost.
Yeah.
Because when you sit on the couch, all that energy is being stored inside you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you're moving, you have all that energy like going. Like you need to drink a lot of water. You need to be moving all the time. Like I feel like a lot of people don't tap into that. Don't tap into that energy.
Don't. And it's sad.
It is sad.
Fucking sad.
It is sad, bro.
It's fucking sad.
And I was there at one point, so I know what that looks like.
Only the people who've been there can understand how to dig themselves out of it, right? Because you need to go through that. You have to go through that because if you were just given everything and you never earned it, then
you don't appreciate it.
You won't appreciate it, and you'll be asking yourself like, why the fuck do I even want to do this?
Exactly.
But every time, I bet now, every time you're like, yo, I'm being lazy, there's a part of you that thinks to myself, damn, this is where I was at 2 years ago.
Right.
I was here.
Yeah.
So do I want to end up back here or do I want to keep pushing forward to where I'm at now?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you deal with this, but like for me, whenever I like, let's say watch a show, all I'm thinking about is what I could be doing, like in terms of work.
Yes, bro.
And that's just hard. That's like it's almost like you can't enjoy the moment, but then you know, as long as you're working really hard, then you feel like you can, I guess, enjoy the moment. So
exactly,
like, that's a balance.
That's where it's like balance. That's where it's like you need to learn to be. If you're at that moment sitting at that couch and you've made time to sit at that couch, enjoy it, bro.
Yeah.
I had the same struggle, bro. I'm telling you, I had the same struggle. I'm like, yo, like, damn, bro, I could be doing this right now. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even care about this fucking stupid ass Kim Kardashian shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, like, you know, that's why it's important to schedule. You have to take, like you said, at the beginning, 12, 14-hour days. Now everything's more structured.
Yeah.
Now you're like, all right, I'm going to put 4 8-hour days, you know, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
After I put that time in, I have to give myself a break, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to really and truly enjoy the people I'm with. I cannot be thinking about work because then you're creating a toxic environment inside yourself.
Yeah, no,
you're
I
gonna
think
implode.
it's true. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like not a lot of people understand that because I feel like when you have a job, like not to shit on people who have jobs, but like you kind of feel secured already. So like 9 to 5 you're working, so you kind of feel like you earned it after 5.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, like since we're trying to like accomplish a lot of things in a small period of time, like we're always thinking about, is this like, okay, after I'm done with work, like what else can I be doing to get there faster?
Yeah.
You know? So,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's where wisdom comes in, and we just need to be patient and consistent. Because like we know we've done everything we can today. And me putting that extra time in, I'm just gonna half-ass it because I'm already kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure, man.
And then I don't even get what I want. And then I look back on that the extra time that I've spent burning out. It's also, and I apply this to people that work overtime as well. It's like, what did you really get from that? Oh, you got a few extra fucking dollars that also got taxed and taken away.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah. I think of time way more valuable than money now. Like
exactly.
Way more valuable. So like whenever, like you said, work overtime, like, all right, I did 2 hours of work at, let's say 12 to 2 a.m. right? Like, and that wasn't a smart idea. I'd rather just wake up at 6, right? And go to sleep earlier. But I would think like, all right, what did I get done? Did I make any money from that? No. Or if somebody asked me, can you do a shoot for like $50? And I'm like, no. Or like, I don't know. It's just more of my time, right?
Yeah, because if you do the shoot for $50 and you're like, they're probably gonna just get comfortable to this.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot. I don't want to make them comfortable anymore.
Exactly.
I've already have a reputation.
Yeah.
For doing what I do well.
Exactly. So it's just more of like, do I want to do that? And I can say yes or no now. Like, no, it's not worth $100 to me. Like, it may sound like a lot for some people. It's really nothing right now with inflation and everything. But like, yeah, even like $200, like I pass that along sometimes just because like I don't see the value, like spending 3 hours or 4 hours or even an hour for 200 if it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it doesn't apply to like growing my real estate media business. That's why I don't do events. People call me like, oh, can you do my wedding? And I'm like, no. Even though it's good money, like $1,000, $2,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like that's a lot of time away from my business.
Here's what you could do if you are gonna say no to those people. give it to somebody else that you do know that could do
Oh
that
yeah,
job.
yeah, for sure.
You know
I
what I'm
do.
saying?
I give referrals.
Because then that person is gonna fucking respect you, and then you're building that network, and you've definitely just made that guy's day, and you, I think you want to also make time to surround yourself with people, like-minded people, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in a room and shit like that.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
you're definitely a leader. You're definitely great and a hustler at what you do. I think a lot of people are gonna learn from this fucking podcast, bro. I have, like I said, I already have a lot of fucking respect for you. The fact that you're a father, you're 25 years old, you're going out, you're getting your fucking bag, you're using social media towards your advantage. You know, you're gonna make that fucking TikTok because you really want to.
Bro. I'm making it right after this episode. Like, it's not that hard to make it. I have already videos that I can just post.
Exactly, bro, and that's why
it's already on my phone. Like, I just gotta upload it.
Yeah, bro, you just gotta make it and upload. It takes like 5 minutes if you're already gonna do it to Instagram. Because remember, our thing is about minimizing risk and making sure that our time is implemented efficiently.
Yeah, for sure.
And the thing, and not to knock with people on overtime, right? Because I wanted to hit the people with overtime, is if they are working on overtime or if they are working a 9 to 5, right? It's create the time or budget and create the capital for you to be able to put more time into other things or outsource.
Yeah,
buy time back, like you said.
Yeah. So there was this quote that said, what was it? It was like, if you don't sacrifice for the things you want, what you want becomes a sacrifice, right? So if you're working overtime, that means you have energy to work, right? So why not just not work that overtime, spend those 3 hours to like study what you actually want to do? So you know what I'm saying? So like you're basically sacrificing your life for, let's say, another $200 for that day, but like your dream is so much more important.
Exactly.
So for me, that's why I don't take on weddings, because like I'm not gonna sacrifice a $2,000 to stay away from my business. I want to be as close to my business as much as possible.
I like that, bro. Very fucking passionate. Yo, thank you for joining me on this fucking episode of Jesus, bro. You're definitely going to come back. We're definitely going to stay in contact and network more, bro. This was a great, productive podcast. Get into real estate photography if you don't know what the fuck to do, or if you love photography and real estate. This is how you do it, bro. Yo, nice talking to you, bro.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
Thank you,
Thanks for having me.
Peace out.